guys, welcome back once again to my channel. This is Shades of Madi. Today I'll be teaching you how to do this simple flyer. It's very simple. It's a common trend that designers do right now, so I'll be giving you a quick run through on how I got it, and I'll probably be dropping the PSD file for you in the link below, so please stay tuned and watch for the password. It's a very short video, a very short video. Let me get through to it right now. So what I did first was to, as usual, bring in my background. Let me create a new background here. You can bring in any background. Ctrl C, Ctrl V. It's a background. You can see it's background. I reduced the opacity, but it's a texture background. So what I did next was to create a text. You can see it's a Friday text, and the font name is Sugar Bomb, size 86. And for the gradient overlay that I used at location 0 I used FE8C00, and at location 100 I used F83600. Okay, and also for the vibes here, you can see this vibe is making sense too. I added stroke and drop shadow to it. My favorite font, Autograph Personal Use. Autograph, that's the name of the font, Autograph. Then the stroke size, I used size 6, opacity 100. Then for the position is outside, then color is white. Then for drop shadow, I use distance 14, spread 0, size 17, opacity at 100% for the vibes here. Now if you imagine how I got this, what I did was to create a rectangle like this. As you can see, a rectangle. You can change the color to white. Let's see white. Color to white. As you can see, it's very let's see this now. Coming is loading. You can see the color is white. Change color to white. Sorry, it's loading to white. Then what I did again was to add stroke. You can see I added stroke to it. Stroke, instead of using color, I use gradient to have that feel. You can see this one is F7971E at location 0. At location 100, I used FFD200. Then the tricky part is the drop shadow. I used multiply opacity at 41, distance 45, spread 13, and size 68 to give it that shadow feel. Then what I did next was to add noise, and I reduced the opacity to 88. Now, how do you add noise to your layer? Come to filter, noise. You add noise, so it will show you different scales of the noise you want to add. You can decide to, you can see it. You can see that this is too much, so you can add little noise. Just give it that grungy feel. You can see it. So that was how I got this particular stuff. Then for this image, me and an overlay, what I did was to, let me switch off this. Switch this off. I selected this image. I use camera raw effects to sharpen up the image. Sorry, it's loading. I sharpen the image with camera raw. The following setting: contrast at 100, texture 85, clarity at 88. Then for the details, I used noise reduction at for 39%. Then I now selected these layers using my quick selection tool here. This tool here, I selected these areas. As you can see, these areas, Control D to select these areas. After selecting all these colored areas, I duplicated it. So on your if you selected all those areas, okay, let me show you. For example, let me select this white area and come to my quick selection tool. Let me select this white area. As you can see on my keyboard now, I press Ctrl J. It will automatically duplicate this layer. So if you off this, you can see that this is already duplicated now. It's very, very simple. So Ctrl Z. Very simple. So when I selected all these layers, I duplicated all these layers in one design. So see what I did here. You get what I'm saying now? See what I did. So if you switched off, it will look like it's the same thing, but it's not. I now created a new layer on top of this one. I did a new layer. I created a new layer and decided to change the color. You can select a solid color by coming to your stuff here and click on solid color. So it will automatically give you that color. Then you now create clipping mask by right clicking and creating, if you avoided it before, and creating clipping mask. Is that somewhere around here? Sorry. Okay, let me release. Then come here. You can see that the color is all around, and to me it's not making sense. So I create clipping mask. So it will